Jack Dickens, a middle-aged farmer, lives on the farm. After his sister's death, he takes custody of her daughter Sally. They live with a sarcastic maid named Hannah, who helps with the housework. Sally grew up without a father. Her father, Alexander Voysey, abandoned the family after his wife's death and went to the city. There he supposedly became a successful literary critic and writer. However, in reality, he lives off the money he receives from Jack, who works on the farm. Voysey boasts of his literary success, but he has no real sources of income. He leads an idle, parasitic lifestyle. Voysey soon returns to the farm, not alone with his new young wife Deborah. She looks confused and depressed. Life on the farm does not meet her expectations. Voysey is cruel to her. He throws things, raises his voice, flirts with other women in her presence. He is indifferent to her feelings and her situation. On the farm, Deborah quickly becomes the center of attention. Jack, despite his reserve, begins to show interest in her. At the same time, the town doctor, an educated, neat, and silent man, often comes to the village. He treats the locals, visits Jack, and some attraction also appears between him and Deborah. Sally, in turn, observing this, begins to have feelings for the doctor herself. Life on the farm becomes tense. Jack continues to work, maintain the farm, sending money to Voysey, who does not deny himself anything. Hannah notices everything and is sarcastic, but does not say anything directly. Sally spends more and more time alone, watching the doctor and Deborah. One day, Voysey throws a party in honor of his own literary success. His acquaintances from the city come to the farm. He makes speeches, boasts. Deborah, tired of the show, goes away. Jack watches her. Later, he tries to confess his feelings to her, but she pulls away. That same evening, Deborah accidentally ends up alone with the doctor. They exchange glances, but nothing happens. Sally notices that the doctor pays more and more attention to Deborah. She withdraws into herself, begins to avoid meetings. Hannah reprimands her. Jack notices the changes. Conflicts occur on the farm. Jack gets into an argument with Voysey about expenses and who bears real responsibility for the family. Voysey accuses Jack of interfering in his personal life. Deborah becomes even more withdrawn. Sally finds a letter, an old message from her mother, which says how she hoped that Jack would take better care of his daughter than her father. This further increases the distance between Sally and Voysey. Jack, having learned about the letter, tries to talk to Sally, but she pushes him away. She decides to meet the doctor and openly tell him about her feelings. The doctor responds to her politely, but without reciprocity. Sally withdraws into herself. A period of silence begins on the farm. Deborah spends a lot of time alone. One evening, she disappears. Jack finds her on the edge of the hill, near the farm. They talk. She says that she regrets the marriage, but does not know what to do. Jack again offers to help her, not as a man, but as a person ready to pull her out of a vicious circle. She refuses, but thanks. Voysey goes to the city, leaving Deborah alone. A few days later, she leaves the farm. Sally finds out about this and cannot hold back her tears. Jack says that Voysey wrote a letter. He is leaving forever. He will not ask for money anymore. Sally stays with Jack and Hannah. The farm is now completely theirs. The doctor no longer comes. Sally works on the farm, helps Jack.